Tomasov is good. Static.
Or Marcel. Marcel's banned out though, so.
Yeah, I think you still pick up. I think you still consider stealing the high loss because this glue could go XP and then a high loss for Ziva to round out the draft for the E-Tyrith.
Oh, Guinevere.
Whoa, wait. Rome Gwyn?
Is this a Rome Gwyn?
Wow, Twisted Minds have really cooked a lot for the playoffs. That's wild.
And the Rizzler comes through.
So this confirms the Rome glue. And big game. Baxia's not banned.
Yeah.
Guinevere's not banned, and then them showing up in Rome.
This is like, I feel like this is what we expected for this series, though. No, like
these teams,
like these two teams. Every single time we saw them play throughout the regular season, this is the feel we got, and it just so happens to be the case here for this match, our second match of the day. Looking at the emblems, even, you know, I'm wondering how this plays apart with a Guinevere Jushin combo. Sean's running the flicker on this one. We're not going to see the sprint for his Jushin. But I don't even know if they need it, really. They have a ton of crowd control they can mess around with.
Yeah. Double boots here for this glue. Oh, still going to go to the side of Omega for that litho. Of course, Brave Smite glue roam. Take note of it. It helps you extend out little skirmishes and trades.
Until you get the mount.
Yeah, because without it, you're pretty much dead in the mid. It's an important trading tool. Gonna get that EXP. That.
Whoa!
Stun there.
Ryza in charge. Surge.
There, yeah.
Forces Tracy back.
Yeah, held on to the flicker.
Difficult thing about Rome Gwyn early on, if you're forced to use your second skill to get away instead of initiating, there's really no initiator. But you should be okay once he hits level 4. He's also packing the concussive blast, so him and Sean can clear out minion waves despite Omega being able to push more of their minions in. They have a pretty okay wave clear. 20 seconds until the turtle spawns, but MP the King, he's thinking twice about where he's going to rotate. He'll get his lizard first.
Yeah.
Let's see if he's going to show up in the gold crab or he'll just give that up and go straight to the turtle.
What is the build path here for Tracy on this Rome Guinevere then in this case? Since we typically have seen her more so in the jungle.
He's either going to go for more cooldown reduction and brush an Oracle, or just play it close to hand and brush a Radiant Armor so that when Mingun and Neski spike up, he can still survive their damage.
Whoa! Ryza with Surge, and the RWM comes up. Down goes Lansu. Crimson Beacon, what are they looking for? The choke down and the slam on the Park Ziva. 1-for-1 trade. Take a nap, Patrick.
Yeah,
and now the Zaman Force coming in.
Good zone.
Oh, and that's enough for Omega to say we're instead going to go for the turtle. The barangay secures.
Yeah.
Imagine how crazy it would be if that little ball of magic ended up getting the last hit from Breaking Guinevere. Super magic, thank you. Bah! Good thing he didn't. Omega was able to secure it. And that's the difficult thing. Even if you take down the glue, there's a Terizla. If you take down Terizla, there's a glue. And Mingun just found the perfect angle for that real-world manipulation. Well executed by the captain of Omega.
Yeah, I like how he's playing with the Purify too, just in case him and Netsuki both. So they've got that to deal with when it comes to the team fights. Fighting around that real-world manipulation is going to be key too, but also depending on where James, you saw how good of use of that penalty zone was previously. So that is all great lockdown that they can play around, and it's going to be difficult to play against that and trying to catch Netsuki. And this is what we were talking about. You know, in the past game, in game 1, we were like, well, you don't want to be putting too much of that responsibility on Netsuki's shoulders. Well, this composition, this draft, allows to take some of that and then spread it across the team. And, you know, you have that with Ryzen on the Suryo. James to an extent.
Oh, flicker, final slash, no one home. James didn't even have to flicker for that. Now with the mirror, Nosha flickers out of the way. RWM, he's still in trouble. Crimson Beacon, where's the punish? Smack in. Patrick Star down. And there's the SOD. Is Nosha gonna press it? Close call, Ryzen. Offensive use of that surge will allow Netsuki to shave off some of these shields.
Meanwhile, the happiest member there is Netsuki, who got a lot of gold. Should be a considerable lead between him and the Moskov. Yeah, around a 500 gold lead for the Harith.
Yeah, it was kind of like, you guys do your thing. I'm going to hit this turret.
Thanks, fellas.
And get this gold.
He got his Ayuda.
Yeah. And, you know, part of the case is like we were talking about with Smart Omegas on the macro level. Even when they seemed to be down in game 1, they were able to keep things under control from slipping too out of hand. Now they built themselves, what, 1,000-ish, 1,000+ gold lead up to this point, leads them into this next turtle take here. and they will fight for control. Some big items being picked up. First items being locked in. Ryzen will get his Sky Piercer. Starlium Scythe now for Netsky. We'll see. Lansu is, if he's going to take those picks, he's going to land those final slashes. He doesn't have a flicker this time. Yeah. Maybe it's going to be Tracy to be the one to get things going.
Omega knows that Gwyn doesn't have a jump. I'm surprised that they're not initiating.
Oh, RWM, Requiem, the answer. Coming through. Tracy gets taken down. Mingwin scores. Perxiva gets the mount before he dies. And they take down Sean. Final slash to repair the situation. It's only Perxiva that they find. Massive gun down on MP the King as the Sever gets it. Ryzen gets a stack, and now they go for his orange.
Yeah, perfect timing there for Omega. At first, I thought they were hesitating. Turns out they were just waiting for the initiation as James's cover with the penalty zone flicker was on point. RWM getting dropped down on point as well. That was just Omega executing really well.
Yep, they're team fighting here. Smart Omega coming in clutch throughout these team fights already. This point in the game, Perxiva will now lock in his Chastised Pauldron. He's got that to help deal with Nasha. When Nasha actually joins fights, I mean, we haven't seen too many like SODs thrown out just yet. He's been focused on farming up, and I feel like at the same time, he's trying to close that gap between him and Netsky. He's still about 600 gold behind though, and he's really trying to get to that second item. He just finished before switching into that bottom side, that corrosive scythe. So this is one of the things that you need on the Moskov, that time to go ahead and build up.
Oh, looking at Nosha here.
Oh,
Okay.
Perxiva flushes him out of there.
Yeah, there's going to be Netsky able to push another tower. So Omega have done well to take control of the river. Twisted Minds haven't been able to win a big fight in the center of the map, providing a lot of space for the Harith of Netsky. Next fights here for Twisted Minds are going to boil down to Tracy being able to get that knock-up with the Violet Requiem in. But James, if he holds on to his penalty zone, that's going to be your main counter.
Oh, final flash.
There it is.
In comes the rest of them. Perxiva does get the mount, pushes him out of the way, and Lansu bites it. Salmon Force by Netsky. RWM, there's the Crimson Beacon. Omega are happy with the outcome.
Yeah, even with that answer of a final slash, a penalty zone is going to work. Nasha will go and take down some of the health on that turret. He's not going to finish it through just because of that rotate from Netsky. So TWSITED isn't able to convert anything just yet. That's the problem. They're sitting on 0 across the board in terms of objectives.
Well, Tracy rush first building the anti-Cuirass is not gonna help that much. He needs to think about the magic damage more. There's 3 on the side of Omega. That's what's melting you, not the Suyo damage.
Yeah.
If he just went for Dreadnought into Radiant, that would have been better. He lacks the cooldown reduction. Yeah, this is why the Rome Gwyn is such an awkward spot right now. Either you hit or you don't.
So far, it hasn't been a hit. Oracle is picked up here, though. Poor Lancer to work with. Oh, James, okay.
He tried.
Yeah, he tried. Turret's going to be worked on. Still, no turrets down for TWSITED, and that's why they feel so trapped on this side of the map. That's the problem, is when you're not able to go ahead and set things up in the early game, utilizing this kind of composition, and you've seen it. They've thrown out some final slashes, trying to get things set up. You're trying to fight with the beacon, but just nothing's converting.
It's awkward, too, because even if we get to the point where Lansu and Tracy would get their combo together, if James is fine, penalty zone ends that. Omega will be able to turn the fight around. They'll take a lot of damage, yeah, but they'll be able to survive. And then, with the members of Twisted Minds unable to get away, with a lot of their initiation tools being dashes, and their main escape tool are those same initiation tools, then it's going to be tough for them. And James, so far, in the 2 big penalty zones we've seen, it has been more reactive, which usually we say EXP laner has to be proactive with the set. But no, it's the counter penalty zone that's been working out very well for James and Omega.
That's how far ahead Omega is right now. Just to talk about the gold lead, approaching 7K, they popped the Holy Shield up top at 8 minutes.
Yeah.
That's 4 minutes of protection that Twisted Minds could have had.
Looks like we're going to be on the way to Omega winning this. Still, Nosha, going to be a while. Doesn't even have his 3rd component of the DHS yet. Meanwhile, Netsky already has 2 items. That is an online Harith at this point. It was a first helmet and a Chastised Pauldron for perks, which could be what's also giving MP the King some difficulty here in the fights.
Yeah, there's a world here where, you know, in some way you're looking now, it seems like it's going to be in the hands of Nasha. You know, we flipped the tables from game 1 to game 2, where instead of Netsky, now it's Nasha to come online further on this Moscow to help turn the tide of these team fights that have been breaking out. And unfortunately, it's just taken a long time to get to this point. This Lord is going to be up here.
You know what, Joseph? I think you're right. If ever, it's a worse situation.
Yeah.
Because Omega game 1, they kind of had one half of a core as well. Here, it's all Nausha.
Yeah.
MP thinking can't carry alone.
Yeah, he can't. This is an easy Lord take now for Smart Omega. They have had complete control for the past 3-4 minutes up to this point. Nausha will leave these minions in to knock down this turret. But still, nonetheless, they've got to get prepped up for a base push from Omega, who has all the tools in the world to push themselves into the base, force themselves into the base if they want to.
It's also an easier lineup to execute. Twisted Minds is so conditional. It's like, if this lands, then this goes, then we go. Well, for Omega, it's like, cool, we'll just go.
Yeah.
Or we'll just go when you guys go, and we're going to make it look easier than you.
Damage go pew pew.
Yeah, core items already locked in for this Harith of Netsky too. Well, it's up to Omega not to drop the ball.
Oh,
RWM underneath tier 1. Requiem, but it's not going to be enough. Netsky takes down Lansu. Tracer trades out for James. They do get the tier 3 up top. Lord still standing, quite healthy. And Omega are happy with their quarry.
That just feels like they're just like, you know what? Don't even wait, James. You're tired of being reactive. Go be proactive.
One of those moments where it's like, I have the money to spend, but I shouldn't, but I think I will.
But I just swiped my card.
Yeah.
Like, next thing I know, James is flying across the map.
Trust.
Trust.
Like, I got the trade. It works out. They got the tower. That would have been not worth it if they completely missed out on the tower.
Yeah.
But they got the tower, so it was all good.
It's like one of those things, though, like, I don't know if you needed to do that. But, hey, you want to Leroy Jenkins into the base? Go for it, James.
Yeah, it's one of those moments you say, at least I got chicken.
Thumbs up, guys. Let's do this. All right, so they get the base turret. TWIS is still in the game. 8,000 gold deficit is what they have to work against here. It's still the same picture, though. Even when the next Lord comes up, they're not in fighting form. They might have to just Hail Mary and flash.
Penalty zone on a Tracy. He dashes on out of there. Spatial migration. A minute until the Lord.
Man, you know what? Well, okay, cool. Huh.
Little SOD. Let me hit those minions.
He didn't die.
Wait, why?
The minions.
He's just.
I think he ran through a couple.
Yeah, I think it's just for the minions, man. You know, if you can't farm out of your base, you might as well just use that spear.
You know, if James can have that one moment of like, do I really need this?
Yeah.
Okay, we can afford that for Twisted Minds also, I guess.
Yeah, Nausha has not been able to really do anything, you know, sitting on 0-0-0. He's had all the time in the world to farm up, though.
Yeah. Because again, their lineup doesn't have like an actual front. They have two centers who, once they've used their abilities, want to back off.
And
so when
burst.
Nausha joins in, he's wondering where the hell is everyone?
And 0 burst.
It's 0 burst.
How are you going to get stacks on
Oh!
Shin? Requiem coming through. In comes James and Netsky. Down goes Nausha. Ming catches him. RWM spent well.
We just need a montage of James flying across the map for game 2.
That's what you want. That's what you want, right?
Oh, man. If James is the MVP, you can make a strong case for Minkwit, but I really hope it's James. This Rizla has been big. A lot of the counter sets were from him. And man, we were just talking about it. I feel so bad for Nausha. It was his team going, hey, let's go ahead and set this up. This looks good. And he's the one who got taken down.
Oh, man.
That shouldn't happen. A Moskov should be the last thing a penalty zone hits.
He's like, yeah, I'm just going back to throwing my SODs down the lane, dude. You know, I mean, at this point, you're wondering, and this is why we're saying there's no burst. There's so many conditions. It's conditional.
Yeah.
That in order for a team fight to happen, it's like coding. There's so many things. If this, then that, or if then statements is exactly what Twisted Minds lineup is. Now, maybe the answer is it'll work best in their base. That might be the one because the Lord is pushing up top.
Joseph, not even.
Hey.
Especially inside their base, it's tougher because there's nowhere to hide. There's no surprises for the crowd control that comes out.
Biggest surprise is going to be James.
And they don't have any flickers. 3 are down.
Yeah. Good thing James doesn't have a flicker. They got to deal with this Lord, though.
You know what? I think James has done a lot even without a flicker.
Yo.
Down goes that mid lane inhibitor. In comes the Requiem. Down goes Perxiva.
Oh my God.
Sean taking out Summon Force. Net gauge. Flash it on throw. And there's the penalty zone. He's wailing away. Gets taken down by the turret. And the base gets targeted at Omega. Even the score. Now 1-1.